Hello, I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, a new report says toxic chemicals have been found in groundwater near all 11 TVA coal plants. The Environmental Integrity Project says the pollution is the result of, quote, decades of mismanagement at TVA. TVA says it regularly monitors chemicals in groundwater, but the environmental group argues TVA still isn't doing enough to monitor and clean up contamination. The report says unhealthy concentrations of arsenic, boron, cobalt, and other pollutants were found in dozens of wells. In many cases, levels were 5 times higher than the recommended maximum, and at one well, arsenic levels were 8 times higher than the safe drinking water standard. The man behind Chattanooga's gang truce has been arrested. Reginald Joker Oakley was one of 32 men arrested by federal agents in Chattanooga for illegally selling or possessing crack cocaine. Officials said the roundup put the worst of Chattanooga's criminals behind bars. Oakley's identity as the architect of the gang truce has been secret until now. He says he used his background as one of the most feared men in town to tell other gang members it's not worth it. The ceasefire and truce didn't hold, but to Oakley, it was a start. Chattanooga Mayor Andy Burke is trying to live on just $4.40 a day. That's all he has to spend on food this week. It's the average amount a person in Tennessee gets for food stamps. He's among more than 25 local officials participating in a challenge to bring attention to the struggles many people face. 1.3 million people in Tennessee receive food stamps. That's about 20% of the state population. Burke recently ate lunch with local 3-year-olds to highlight that half of all food stamp recipients are children. All of the participants were asked to donate what they normally would spend on groceries to the Chattanooga Food Bank. North Jackson High School has fired its football coach. The Stevenson, Alabama school fired Tony Johnson less than 6 months after he began. The move came after the worst season in program history. Principal Sam Houston says Johnson never seemed to be the right guy for the job, and that the school won't be rushed to find its next coach. Representative Vince Dean says he's leaving state politics. The East Ridge Republican says he won't seek re-election in District 30. Instead, he plans to run for Hamilton County Criminal Court Clerk. That post has been held by Democrat Gwen Tidwell for the past 20 years. She says she plans to seek re-election. While Dean says he's loved serving in the Capitol, he says he's tired of traveling and wants to be closer to his family. Finally, Tennessee has been ranked the fastest improving state when it comes to education. Tennessee students had the largest academic growth of any state on national assessment tests. Even more impressive, the improvement is the fastest any state has ever had on the test. The new rankings are validation for the major education reform led by Governor Bill Haslam and Education Commissioner Kevin Huffman. Over the past 4 years, Tennessee has toughened standards, linked teacher evaluations to test scores, and made tenure harder to get. Still, while Tennessee saw major gains, there's more work to be done. For now, scores here are still below the national average. Turning to weather, today will be sunny with a high near 58 degrees. The low tonight will be around 35. That's today's newscast. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.